My office is in a room that doesn't get any sunlight. There are no windows. I thought it would be the perfect place to experiment just using a desk lamp. Most of the time succulents don't do well in non-draining containers, especially glass. So I found this plastic container that does have drainage holes, and it has these little feet so that when you put it back in the drainage tray, it's not sitting flush. So the water can actually come out of the container well. I also found this adorable adjustable desk lamp so that when I do have the succulents in here, I can change the height of the light depending on whether or not they're getting enough light. I'll also have this set on a timer so it will turn on every day, and my plan right now is to let it run for 12 hours a day. Now let's go put some succulents in here. Even though this container does have drainage holes, I am going to plant it up as if it were a terrarium. I love the look of having succulents planted shallow in the container. I'm going to go ahead and take the soil off the roots of these succulents that I'm going to use, and that way they'll mostly be in the gritty mix that I typically recommend for succulents. As I loosen up the soil, I'm also going to remove any dead leaves or debris that's in here, and I'm going to try and leave the roots as intact as possible. It is okay if you rip the roots off, but just to help this acclimate a little bit better, I'm hopeful to just keep most of the roots attached and remove as much of the original soil as possible. For this arrangement, I wanted some plants that had a lot of color to them. This has been an interesting discussion with some other succulent lovers about what is a colorful plant or colorful succulent. Typically, we don't think of colorful succulents as green. We think of them as blues and pinks and purples and oranges. For this, I am going to use these little mini blue Chalksticks that have a nice blue color to them. And then I also have a Sedum here. There's a lot of similar varieties that all kind of go by different names that are supposedly synonymous, but they all look a little bit different. But it's either a Sedum adolphii or Sedum nussbaumerianum. But the leaves on these are currently green, and they should get more color as they get under more light. Now, something I want to mention about the grow light on my desk, there is nothing fancy about it. I'll put links in the description. It is simply a desk lamp with a super bright LED bulb. And that's what I want to prove to people that works, is you don't have to have some fancy grow light setup. It doesn't have to be labeled as a grow light. It really can be just as simple as an LED bulb, super close to your succulents, running for 12 hours a day, and preferably a really bright bulb. This bulb is bright enough. It's not something I would normally put like overhead in my house because it would probably seem outrageously bright, but it will be perfect for these succulents. This Echeveria that I have here is an Echeveria lilacina, or ghost Echeveria. It frequently has kind of a whitish color to it, but it's actually kind of a pinkish purple, and I want to maintain that color under the grow lights. Right now the growth is very compact, and I should again be able to maintain that under the grow lights on my desk. This simple LED bulb, it's magical. Now that I have the soil removed, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of gritty mix into the bottom of this container. I'm just going to cover these drainage holes with a little window screening just to help keep the soil in. As a side note, I love having large drainage holes and covering them with a screen. I find that's the best way to allow water to drain out really well, but also keep the soil in the pot. As I mentioned earlier, I want this to look kind of like a terrarium, and so I'm going to pot these succulents down as low as I can, but I do like just having a little base of soil to plant them into. This guy is actually quite a bit taller than the Echeveria, which will look interesting in terms of height. And then these little Senecios will just go around the sides. And I'm noticing as I am moving all these around, I'm really wiping the farina off of these Senecios, which changes how they look a little bit. It can make them a little bit more likely to sunburn, even under a grow light, but they still have plenty of that coating on, so I'm not super worried about it. Now, as is typical with a terrarium or like a deep planting like this, it's kind of hard to get the soil down in there. So I have this little scoop from my favorite toolkit that I'm going to use to just get soil down in between. I want to get some soil down here underneath this sedum, but it's kind of hard to reach with my little scoop. So what I'm going to do is just make a little funnel with a scratch piece of paper. So just kind of roll it up like a ice cream cone. And then I'm going to stick it down in here and pour the soil in. And then I can just kind of move it around and let the soil come out wherever it needs to. Overall, I like how this arrangement looks. One thing I'm noticing is the way I put this in here, the Echeveria is sitting down lower, especially than the Senecios, but I think it'll all kind of settle out once I start watering it. Now I'm gonna leave it for a day without water. I like to do that just to let the roots heal after all of this moving around, and then I will water it. Now I could add a top dressing to kind of finish this off, but I actually really like how the soil looks and the arrangement just feels complete to me right now. Now, something to keep in mind here, I tried to pick succulents that all like full sun. They can tolerate a lot of bright light. And again, I wanted some that had that unique succulent color to them. So hopefully we'll see this one get a little bit more orange. We have the nice blues and then kind of the gray, purple, and pink here. They also have relatively similar water needs. Of course, most succulents like the soak and dry method and to have a fairly long period of time between watering, but all of these are ones that can withstand very long periods of drought, which is what I'm hoping for because it will be a little bit tricky to water in my office. Now, I already have a picture of this taken, but I'm going to go ahead and put it into the Succulent Tracker app. And once it's in there, I'm going to give it a new location, put a few tags on it, and then my plan is to take a picture of it every week so that we can see the progress of it. So here I'm going to call this Office. And then tags, I got these plants from Harold Walter's nursery. And then I repotted it today. I am going to come in here in the history and on the acquired under plant created, I am actually going to put in the names of the plants. Now that I have all the names in there, I'm going to click apply. And then up here at the top, I just like to call these arrangement. So now the next thing is I can actually add in a watering schedule. I'll probably start by watering this every 14 days and just see how things go. And then, like I said, I'll keep a photo history. So here's our first photo and I'll just update it once a week and we'll go from there. Now, just to give you an idea of scale here. So this is a 1 foot ruler and you can see the whole arrangement is not taller than 5 inches. And then the space between the light and the succulent, I would say is probably about 2 to 3 inches. Let's see if we can measure it a little better. About 3 inches. So that is quite close to the succulents. There are 3 things that impact how colorful a succulent will stay under a grow light. The first is the brightness of the bulb. So as I mentioned, this bulb is extremely bright for being a regular LED bulb. The second thing that impacts it is how close the light is to the succulents. And there's actually an exponential drop off here. So instead of just having slightly less light as the bulb moves further away from the plants, it gets to be dramatically less light. So closer is going to be a lot more intense. And then the third piece is how long the lights are running throughout the day. So I typically like to do about 12 hours a day. You do want to give your succulents a period of darkness. So you want to run this during normal daylight hours and you don't want to run it 24/7. So I like to put mine on a timer. I'll link to the one that I use because it's super easy to set up and you can control it with your phone if you want to do that. This should be plenty of light for these succulents and I'll give you updates in a few weeks once they've grown a little bit.